It's story time, I guess. It's been a very long time since I've done one of these video issues. I think perhaps the core excuse would be to do with what I'm actually holding in my hand right now. I bought this microphone this morning to combat the problem of the noise pollution that kind of invades your videos whenever you do something with a microphone that's like shotgun, like I normally have, that sits on top of the camera. Also, this eventually will be very useful for my business recording of YouTube videos as well as connecting to my phone. But the thing is, I've not gotten a lightning adapter yet because I've got an old phone. So I need to go back to the shop tomorrow to collect the pieces that I need, and then hopefully I'll be able to record more vertical stuff as well. But anyway, this was just going to be a little bit of a roundup of what I've actually done in the last month since you saw me post one of these video issues. And I do actually apologise if you can hear noise around me right now, because it really is really loud. But I think that's the power of one of these, is that, I mean, it only picks up like boop if I am very, very close to it, and then everything else gets very much drowned out. And I can edit a little bit of background noise out in post-production. But anyway, it's my last full day in Thailand today. I'm tomorrow heading to Da Nang in Vietnam in the evening, and so that's going to be exciting. I'm meeting a friend, Brooke, there, who he lives in Salt Lake City in the States, and we met online, and I've never met him in person before. So we're going to meet at the start of November, but until then I've got a little bit of time to explore Da Nang and head south to perhaps Hoi An. But anyway, in terms of what I've been doing here, I started off in Bangkok for about a month ago for 4 days or so. I went around a lot of the tourist areas, which is not where I am at the moment actually, but I'll get onto that as well. Went around a lot of the tourist areas and tried the street food and visited a couple of the attractions like the Grand Palace, and went out partying in the nights, and that was chaotic. It's really, really chaotic at that part of the city when you've got everyone who's trying to shill you like tuk-tuk rides to tourist attractions, and then sell you a fake suit afterwards that is made to measure apparently, and then they try and rip you off for that. But it's fun. It's fun in short bursts, and so that's what I did for a while there. And then I headed south to Krabi, which is a smaller coastal town. Again, a lot of tourists and a lot of partying, and so you can probably see a theme emerging at the moment in that I didn't actually have that much of an opportunity to record these videos or to sit down and get any proper work done. And I've said it before on the kind of short form stuff and the reels and things, everything is so loud. And so I was putting off for a while actually buying one of these microphones, but I did a business launch, there's a business launch still ongoing over this weekend, and I said to myself, if I make any form of money off of that, which I have done up to this point thankfully, I would invest in better content, or easier content, because up until this point I had to find really, really quiet spots to be able to even record anything. But hopefully this works now with this microphone. Krabi and a lot of partying there, and after a while I got tired of that too, and so I headed north to Chiang Mai, which is probably my favourite place in Thailand at the moment. Although, well, all things considered, I'll get on to why I like this part of Bangkok where I'm in at the moment, which is the Sukhumvit area. I'm sat out the front of my hostel right now as well. I'll get on to why I like Bangkok, but why I think Chiang Mai was the best overall option. But Chiang Mai was beautiful, slightly smaller, well, a lot smaller, smaller character as well, but the coffee was really good, and I found a really, really good gym, and the hostel I was in was quite nice and quiet, which is what I was going for after the times that I spent in Krabi. And so I managed to get quite a bit of work done there and met some really good people. And then following that, I went to Koh Phangan to meet up with a couple of friends that I was travelling with to to Krabi from Bangkok with. We met and spent perhaps a little bit more than a week together before I went to Chiang Mai, and then after that I went away to Chiang Mai, like I said, and then they went to Koh Phi Phi as well, and so we were separated for a bit, but then it was time for them to go home, and therefore I went back to Koh Phangan to meet up with them before they had to fly back. And again, a lot of beaches, a lot of parties, and after that I kind of decided to settle down a little bit more because I wanted to work on this stuff that I launched over this weekend of recording, which was my birthday weekend from 10th, 11th, 12th. It's the 12th right now, and so the Sunday. But I had plans for my business that I wanted to launch as well, and so that's why I moved to this area. While I was a little bit further down Sukhumvit for a lot of the days in Bang Chak first, which was quiet, but I found a nice gym and a nice office where I am now, which is Prakanong, which is a little bit closer to the city. And so I moved here 4 days or so ago, and tonight is going to be my 5th night, and then leaving tomorrow. And so I pretty much got the whole business launch done and dusted, and I'll be disappointed to leave this part of Bangkok because it really is, it's like it's more affordable than the UK, although we'll get on to why it's still a little bit of a problem. And the amenities and things are world class, like the office I'm in is fine, and some of the gyms are absolutely fantastic and much better than kind of the really local options that are available to me back when I was living at home. But again, you end up doing things all the time and it kind of rinses your bank account, and so that's what I hope Vietnam will be for me, is a little bit of a spot where first of all it's a little bit cheaper from what I've heard, and also hopefully it'll be a little bit quieter so I can continue to work and try and make this more of a lifestyle rather than a period of travelling, because that's one of the things I struggled with quite a bit more recently. You might have read that essay that I published called Create, 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 and in that it's hard when you're always spending money on things, especially when you're alone and not around people. And so you've got to focus on the creation, and I'm justifying this purchase of the microphone in that it helps me to create, and even though it's frustrating because I need to go and get the bit tomorrow that fits onto my phone as well, but hopefully it'll be kind of like the all-in-one solution. I do have another microphone that I've been using, and that I've used previously in all of my videos, like the shotgun mic that sits on top of the camera and points towards me and picks up any of the sound in this direction. But I think this is a better solution. It's smaller and more compact. I don't know if I can trade in my old mic because it's from the same company, DJI, but we'll see as well. But anyway, that's been a little bit of a brain dump from me about what's actually been going on. Yeah, it's been good. It's been busy, and I've done a lot of things. And next on to Vietnam, because I'm still yet to travel around properly in the whole of Southeast Asia and find somewhere that I will probably want to settle. I think first place at the moment is Chiang Mai, with the intent of coming back to Bangkok at some point once the business is scaled a bit more and I'm making a bit more money. But we're not at that point yet. So Chiang Mai is first place at the moment, but where I'm heading to in Vietnam, Da Nang, I think that'll be very similarly ranked, similar style, except it's on the beach, which means I can surf as well, which will be bonus points, I'm sure. But I will try and record more of these now that I have this microphone and less of an excuse to be putting it off. But I'll let you be from now, and hopefully I can cut some of my camcorder clips over the top of this video so you can see a little bit visually of what I've been doing. Not that I've been doing a fantastic job of keeping up with recording that either, but there'll be some clips because I have been using it. And thank you for reading and watching, even as I'm on the other side of the world. And hopefully I'll see you again soon, so take care.